of this pitch. We haven't had too many pitches in this series with grass. We've got grass today, and I think the seam bowlers should be very, very happy. If we go down and we have a look, you can see lots of green, lots of lovely green. It's very hard underneath, and though there are some cracks, they're very firm. They're not moving at all. So I don't expect those to come into play. Very solid foundation here. But this grass, well, it's very sparse, but I think initially, in my mind, I'd like to be bowling here, and that's why Saurav Ganguly, probably with one eye, has chosen to bowl. I've got Maninder Singh next to me, and he will give his opinions. Manny, how does it look?
Well, Bish, I think it has got the grass covering, but it is nice and hard, and I think the ball might just seam around for the first half an hour, but after that, I think it's going to be a batting beauty. Now, Ian Bishop has been saying that he's not seen any beauties in this country. I think this is another beautiful top for him. I think it's going to be fantastic for batting for the 100 overs, and that's why probably Saurav Ganguly has chosen to field first and chase the target. But the bowlers, I think they'll have to be very accurate, wicket to wicket, to be economical.
What sort of score do you think then, Manny, will be good on this service for the West Indies, who will be batting first?
Well, I hope Ridley Jacobs would be hoping that his batters get a score of around 275 so that he could put some kind of pressure on the Indians chasing that target.
Well, there you have it, the news from out here in the middle. Another good surface here, and, well, we're in for a wonderful game of cricket. He's going to toss it into the air. Heads is the call from Ridley Jacobs, and it comes down a tail. So Saurav Ganguly has won the toss. Saurav, what are you going to do?
We'll have a bowl.
You're going to have a bowl. Now, you haven't managed to do that in the previous games. Is it because of the pitch?
No, it's not because of the pitch. It looks a good wicket. It's going to last 100 overs, and we want to chase.
And what about your team? Any changes in your team?
Yeah, we've rested Anil Kumble. He's had a lot of cricket. We've been on the road for quite some time now, and it's hard on the boys and it's hard on him, so we've given him a break.
So who have you brought in?
JP Yadav.
What about when you get to bat? Any changes in the batting order?
No, we'll stick to the same batting order.
Good luck today, Saurav.
Thanks, Bishop.
Ridley is also here. Ridley, no Carl Hooper in this team today. Who have you brought in?
We bring in Ricardo Powell because of his experience over Ryan Hines.
And when you get your chance to bat first up, you haven't done that in the first two games. Is that going to cause any problems for you?
No, I don't think so. It's a new challenge for us, really, and we just got to be up for the task.
Well, you want to keep that momentum going, surely?
Most definitely. It'd be good if we can win here.
Good luck to you today.
Thank you very much.
There we have it. The news from out here in the middle is that India have won the toss today, and they will be bowling first.
Now, Sherry, your thoughts on that? I don't think it's a sensible move because JP Yadav is not half at the side and Cameron Cuffey replaces Corey Collimore. Strange not to see Hooper's name in that lineup.
For India. Did you see that, Danny? We are in India.
You better believe it. That was a ripper because the bounce and pace here has always been a concern. I think it's been one of the better wickets in India.
Driven wide off mid-off for the first boundary for West Indies and Chris Gayle.
Very much an effortless stroke. And it's full from Srinath, but no means a half volley. And there is the confidence of Gayle and Hines. Just through the line of it beautifully.
And this time is hit it harder than the first time, but it's Chris Gayle.
Ashish Nehra, he's just trying to find his feet here in his first few deliveries, and he's just slightly over-pitched.
And fine, and Dravid may have dropped an important catch here. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal just to confirm whether it was off the bat. No, it was off the pad, but the reaction from the Indian fielders suggested that it may have come off the bat. He smashed that just wide of mid-off, off the back foot. He's belted that one through the covers.
And the bowler just stood there and had a look. A grimace on his face. That is very much stand and deliver from Chris Gayle. But you'd have to say, not great bowling. It's just too short, and he's either been too full. He just sits up and says, hit me, please.
He's found the space. He's got it through, and it will reach the boundary ropes. So another quick outfield.
Patches of moisture around the outfield was good. There's a bit of rain here this morning, around about 8 o'clock local time here in Rajkot. It hasn't slowed the outfield up at all. No chance in the covers. That's a bit of shot here. Nice movement.
That's edge. No second slip. And another boundary.
A bit of good fortune for the West Indies. Again, Chris Gayle not looking to play straight back down the ground, seemingly looking to play towards the onside and the outside edge taken. Got the face of the bat, which direction it's been pointed at. Well, Ravi, if we can see it, and I think all people around the ground realize that this pitch isn't really coming onto the bat as well as they thought it would. And it's a bit too paced. Doesn't seem to me as if the batsmen have recognized that though.
Yes, and this is where skill comes into play. I mean, you've got to be looking for the singles. You've got to be able to play with soft hands rather than looking to punch the ball. And this is a good start to the over for the West Indies. 2 boundaries of the first 3 balls. Just getting a little bit of bat on it. Fine leg a little too square. Edged and taken. This time the outside edge finds first slip. Lakshman makes no mistake. Srinath draws first blood for India.
Like bowling to left-hander, Srinath. And again, this ball is pitching just in line with his thumbs. He had to play just enough movement off the edge. Behind's gone for 10. It's 36 for 1.
Still to get 100 in one-day international. 68 his best. That's a lovely shot. No need to run for that. That's powered through the offside. Very exciting player to watch when he stands up tall and hits down the ground.
It's the length that is so important on this pitch. That was a fraction shot. Chris Gayle had a lot of time to go back.
It's a lovely shot. Did make it look easy. Didn't try and hit it too hard, and that was the secret. Just hitting through the line and finding the gap.
His driving has been so good, Chris Gayle. More times than not finding the gap as well.
He still finds the boundary. Now, this shot, an action replay of the last one. The 50 comes up for the West Indies.
Well, perhaps it was a good idea to move Virender Sehwag from that short catching position on the offside, but the angle of the fielders on the offside did not change. If you're going to move the man from that short catching position, you've got to change the angle of the fielder.
Edged and put down. That ball was travelling quickly. And what's worse, he's tipped it over the bar for a boundary. 55 for 1.
This one certainly took off. That's the two-pace nature of the pitch that we were talking about. DBS Latchman before he was really ready for that.
He's got that fine. Nera won't cut it off. Again, let's get the feeling on grounds like this, which are a little bit on the smaller side. It's very important as a captain you get your angles right. Just get the feeling fine leg is not at an orthodox fine leg position. He's a little too square. We saw one boundary earlier of Srinath. And now it's a turn for Agarkar to concede the boundary. That's a cracking shot of the back foot. Played it late, got the placement right. Second boundary of the over. And pressure on Agarkar straight away.
Good shot again. Still counting these push for singles though, you know, Ravi. I've counted 2 so far. A single out the last ball before this one. It was an attempted boundary shot. Didn't time it, got a single. Just 2 pushes for singles so far in this innings.
Again, the result will be the same. Two fine shots from Marlon Samuels.
Well, we have seen him play this shot on so many occasions. Doesn't look most of the times as if it's going to get to the boundary. But that's the beauty of timing. Keep the fielder rather chasing, tire him out. He thinks he can get it, he never does.
That is huge. He's a strong man, and that's gone out of the ground. That is a powerful strike.
That is a monster. Chris Gayle is a powerfully built batsman. Just went through with the line. It's a short of length delivery, and it's come onto the front foot. It's just gone with that drive. What a swing this is. So a bit of bottom hand and got it well close to the middle of the bat. Nothing much the bowler can do about that.
He can pick up 2 if he pushes hard. Quite easily gets it. Yes, he's a strong man, Chris Gayle. And that will go all the way. Magnificent from Chris Gayle. Brings up his 50 as well in quick time. 1350 in one-day internationals, and it's come off 46 deliveries.
Well, I tell you what, he was shy to show off his talent early part of the tour, but he's really blossomed, and it's something that's a treat to watch. Just have a look at the shot. Fetch from about off stump, and that's flat, and it's gone all the way. And that leg side boundary is not too close.
Not impressive at all. It's falling apart for him there at the moment. Dropped a catch earlier this morning, and now Ashish Nehra allows one through the gate.
And he put that pressure on himself because Chris Gayle was looking for a run. The moment he punched that ball straight to him, he was looking for the run, and Nehra was trying to stop that. And in that effort, not quite keeping his eyes on the ball. Poor fielding.
And Samuels is out. So the captain has done it. He set the example in the field for India. Done it all himself. Good catch from Rahul Dravid as well.
And this has to be an excellent delivery. It's got the batsman onto the front foot, and it's just about far enough for the ball to just leave him a shade. Fine edge. Good catch by the wicketkeeper. And a change that has worked. Samuel's gone for 16. 93 for 2 West Indies.
The in-form Ramner Sawan takes his turn at the crease for the West Indies. Marlon Samuels being dispatched by Saurav Ganguly, caught by Rahul Dravid, standing up to the stumps as well. That's very well played. Good sense of timing from Ramner Sawan. We did say that he was in form. 83 and 39 in the series so far, both times unbeaten.
So they haven't got him out yet, and JP Yadav has a few problems. There was a boundary scored in his first over as well. 5 runs conceded in the first, and he started off with the boundary in the first ball of the second over.
Edged. And for 4. Deafening silence in the ground. Fortuitous boundary brings up the 100 for the West Indies.
Well, the first slip is in a position where it is also looking to stop some runs. Very wide of the wicket-keeper. And again, an edge off the back foot just going down. And even if the first slip was there in position, I'm not sure it would have carried. Certainly Dravid could have maybe gone in the direction of the shot which it did.
Runs in that. All 4 of them. Not a good end to the over for India. 107 for 2.
That's something that he's got to look to do, spin the ball. He's conceded 4, but that's an encouraging sign for India. 20 overs gone, 113 for 2.
Now he's got that fine, and once again he will beat fine leg. That's the 3rd time the ball has run away from that fielder in the deep.
Well, we keep saying it. Margin for error. Very minuscule here on these surfaces. Good pitches. Well, better pitches than in the Test series, one would say. And we've been chatting that this one is a little bit too paced.
Oh, yes. He's bowled in. Bottom edge onto the stumps. A wicket early on in his spell for Harbhajan Singh.
There we go. He's answered the call for his captain and himself, Harbhajan. Likes to get a wicket early, and we've been saying he needs to for his confidence. Gets one, he's pumped. It's his first wicket of the series. Chris Gayle has to go for 72, and the West Indies 119 for 3.
Shivnarayan Chandrapal comes out to the middle. Career best of 150. And that was when he was opening the innings. That's a good shot. Excellent placement. Now, just goes to show if you wait on the ball, you can still get the timing right. And this is a shot of a player in good nick at the moment.
Well, like you say, Rav, he just waited. He didn't try and hurry the shot. And that is a skill of Shivnarayan Chandrapal. Won't please the skipper, Saurav Ganguly, all that well.
Just get the feeling Ganguly might be better off getting another man in from long on. That's very well executed. He knew exactly what he was doing. He had picked his spot on the onside, Chandrapal. Just helps himself to a boundary.
Beautiful, because the ball is turning and he has backed himself, got down on one knee, Chandrapal, and the length is the key here. He swept off length to the line that it's about on off stump.
That's brilliantly played towards the square leg fence. There was room for Chandrapal outside the leg stump. Dispatched it away with disdain.
Shivnarayan Chandrapal is so strong on that onside. Certainly don't want him bowling anywhere close to the leg stump, down on that left knee. So many times I've seen that player play that shot. Fast bowler, spinner, medium pacer.
Oh, God.
We're looking for 2 here, Sawan. Not a problem. That's well played. Very well played by Chandrapal. Just give himself the room to cut that through the offside. 7 runs from the over. 159 for 3. Good shot again. Won't get to the boundary, but he'll be looking for 2. It's a good running. Had quite a bit of ground to cover.
That's a poor delivery. Dispatched away to fine leg boundary. Ajit Agarkar, as I said earlier, doesn't look into any kind of rhythm at all and worries for the Indian captain.
Every delivery that has been just about leg stump has been punished by the West Indian batsmen. Won't get a boundary on this occasion. Coming back quickly for the second run. That's well run. Very well run.
Hey, Bajo.
He'll be looking for two here, Chandra Paul. Should get them comfortably. Pretty far out there at the point boundary. Got it through again. Got it all the way through.
I really don't know what it is about Harbhajan Singh that he tries to bowl quicker. And I've noticed this is the third one-day international, whenever he tries to bowl quicker, his front arm, shoulder, drops a little earlier and the ball drops shorter. A lot of room there for Chandrapal.
Going for the sweep shot. And will need good fielding to stop that one. It wasn't coming. Another sweep shot boundary for Shivnarayan Chandrapal.
Well, I know John Wright and the Indian team have been working hard on their fielding. So you've got to get down to those. Got to pull out the dive. A bit of desperation is required. A bit of inspiration from the other teammates out in the field just to lift the side. This feels a bit flat here in Rajkot, the Indians.
And looking to bowl quick, and it's not helping India too much. Use the pace of the bowler to bring up another boundary of the over. 200 also comes up for West Indies.
And this partnership just keeps growing for the West Indies. 81 now between Sawan and Chandrapal, and he's pushed this through, and really it's just not the answer on this surface. He backed himself to give it a bit of air and slow it down.
Again the sweep shot. Ashish Mehra will stop it this time. Brings up the 50 for Shivnarayan Chandrapal. Also brings up the end of the over. 37 overs gone. 201 for 3.
48 off just 58 balls. It just shows you the value. Combinations of batting partners, running the singles. Putting pressure on. He's gone over the top. I tell you what, that has gone for half a dozen. And his 50. You little beauty.
Little beauty hitting a big one. Not the first time that we've seen him do that. Got to the pitch of the ball beautifully. And then after that, just the free flow of the bat. Ridley Jacobs, the acting captain today, he'd be happy. He's got his feet up. And that's how they would remain if they continue to bat in this fashion. He smashed it straight down the pitch. And again, another ball landing on the roof. Brings up the 100-runs partnership between Sarwan and Chandrapal. And what a way to get there.
Simply brilliant. Fred Astaire, the dancing shoes are on. And Sarwan just skips down and slots it right where he wants to. Straight over long off. Oh, and that is out of here. Beautiful.
And a real wake-up call for Srinath. The first ball of this over. Something that must have caught him napping. And that's smashed again straight towards the side screen. As you said, he likes to hit it straight, minimum risk.
It's the best shot in the game, straight down the ground, and you can't set fields really to it. You can have your long off or long on quite straight, but that is as clean as it comes.
Record for the fourth wicket, the previous highest was between Carl Hooper and Jimmy Adams. It was way back in '94. That's a good hit. Straight down the ground. Another couple of runs for Chandrapal. I think where these two batsmen are so good is they pick their spots nicely. 254 for 3. again, firmly struck. That'll be 4. Again, giving himself room, getting the placement right. This is good, intelligent batting.
Just the opportunity to pick off a boundary when it's required, just maintaining that run rate very close to 6. Just knowing where the gaps are is a big feature of his batting.
And he's welcomed to the bowling crease by some good footwork by Chandrapal. Couple of steps down the track and bang.
It's just like having a net, isn't it? So nonchalantly done. Some of the stroke play today from Sawan and Chandrapal have been very, very easy. Good use of the feet. Good power hitting as well.
They just seem to have the measure of Harbhajan Singh at the moment. It's raining boundaries here at the moment.
I thought that was a sound there for a moment, Ravi. It's just so difficult for Harbhajan under pressure to get the ideal line, the ideal length. Try to get the ball right up there. I'm sure that's what he tried to do. Get a Yorker in. It was too full. Well put away.
That's shipped in the air. It should be taken. And that's a very, very good catch. That's an outstanding catch by Jayaprakash Yadav. The ball was leaving him, but he kept his eyes on it. And the partnership has been broken.
Yeah, if we can see Yadav, he almost ran in too far and then had to adjust at the last minute just there and make towards the boundary line. And that is very good. Chandrapal's gone for 74. Very well played. 268 for 4.
Ricardo Powell comes out to the middle. And Harbhajan Singh round the wicket to him straight away.
Bowling.
He's a powerful striker of the ball. Now Ricardo Powell, he's not having too much of a time to get his eye in. But he's off the mark with a couple here. That's gone. Outside edge. 5th wicket goes down for the West Indies. And a fine innings from Ramnaresh Sarwan comes to an end.
He's very good. Most of the time he was in control, but he just lost his balance, just tried to hit this too hard. Wasn't in the correct position. And he's played very, very well. Gone for 84, 272 for 5.
Ridley Jacobs comes out to the middle. So a good thing from India's point of view, 2 newcomers at the crease. And gets hold of that. It will not find the boundary. So she's cutting it off inside. And good running gives the West Indies 3. They'll make contact with every ball they face. Agarkar will be looking to slip in the Yorker. It's good work by Kef. That ball was travelling quickly across the outfield. He's got that. 6. It's not easy to put a low full toss away down the ground, but he's got that kind of power, Ricardo Powell. So single of the final ball, the West Indies reach 300. And that's a very good score after 50 overs. West Indies 300 for 5.
The West Indies a formidable 300 for 5. 16 extras in the 50 overs. Javagal Srinath 1 for 46 in 9. That's 5 and over. Ashish Nehra 1 for 56 in 10. I thought...
Away goes Dylan. And Ganguly off the mark straight away. That's a fine shot, over pitched. And Ganguly has found a gap. This is a quick outfield. And the first boundary of the Indian innings.
That was beautifully timed. Seemed at one point as if Cameron Coffey had a chance of cutting it off. He must have thought so as well. Got very close, but not close enough.
Saurav Ganguly looked to be in good touch in the last game in Nagpur. That's well played. Forcing shot of the back foot. And that's a good effort. Very good effort by Wavell Hines. Sweetly timed for a couple. 18 for no loss. Excellent fielding. And that's the stuff that's required in these early overs. And that sets the tone for the rest of the afternoon. That's in the air, just clearing square leg. Samuel slipping. And Ganguly didn't time it. Slower delivery, but he's picked it up well. Didn't quite time it, but he was always looking to hit straight.
Which is always going to be so important, hitting straight back down the ground. Didn't time it at all, but the men that are behind the ball are not perfectly straight. They're not going to be perfectly straight, so if you hit as straight as you can, you will get away with some of these shots.
Fine shot. That's the best shot of the innings so far. Nice firm push down the ground.
No need to run for those. Over pitched from Mervyn Dillon. Just a little punch down the ground.
Gives himself room and slices it away. Beats third man and a boundary to end the over. It's 40 for no loss. Ganguly going for the pull. Again, not quite timing it. It should get a couple of runs. So both these batsmen just looking to up the tempo. And he's played it wide of third man for another boundary.
Now this is the type of start that India require. This is what is needed. This is one of the strong areas for Saurav Ganguly. Square at the wicket, on the offside especially. Both feet off the ground. Really laid into it.
And again on the offside. More glorious than the first one. Brings up the 50 for India. Punching of the glove. The pair is looking good at the moment.
This is exciting. Well, the West Indies have tended to bowl short of the length at both batsmen, and because of the shot Ganguly played the delivery before, Drakes had to make the adjustment in length. And I suspect Ganguly is certainly waiting for it. This indicates how good a pitch this is, Sanjay.
He's gone in the air, won't go all the way, just the one bounce into the hoardings. Ganguly is looking in good form following on his good score in Nagpur.
Well, I heard Michael Holding say earlier that this is not out of India's reach. And that was well spotted by Ganguly. It looked like a slow delivery and he waited well. Both of these teams very strong in batting.
Flipped on the leg side. And another boundary for India, this time of Virendra Sehwag. So Cameron Cuffey starts his spell with a boundary. It's happened to a few Indian bowlers in the morning.
Yeah, it's a pressure situation. No looseners are allowed. No ill-directed first deliveries. No warm-up deliveries.
But now that he's well set, he's decided to have some fun.
The crowd are getting value for money here. And Cameron Coffey will know that this is too straight. This is leg stumpish. And that is easy stuff for Virendra Sehwag. He deliberately goes over the top of the infield.
And again, firmly struck. Another beautiful boundary from Sourav Ganguly.
Well, he's saying he was obstructed from behind. And it's a good thing as well, because he certainly timed it very well. Over-pitching Mervyn Dillon, not getting the type of control that he would require at this point. Length not consistent enough. And Ganguly won't miss out on those. Or maybe guided down to third man for 4.
Not good bowling. It was a quicker delivery, and that's the last place you want to bowl it. Outside the off stump. One of the easiest shots for the batsman to play. He's going to push it through in the air. The line has to be middle stump. There he goes. And it's gone all the way. Not on the roof, but certainly into the stands. The first 6 for India.
Well, this was predictable. He won't mess around Virendra Sehwag. Only 2 fieldsmen allowed outside of that circle at the moment. And he's hit it. Well, it doesn't matter if there was a fielder there. He would have had to be in the crowd.
And this time he opens the face of the bat to pick up another boundary. And also comes up his 50, Virendra Sehwag. 50 number 8 for Sehwag.
Good comeback. Very good comeback. Big heart. Very talented player. Had his problems over the last 3 innings, but he's replied well.
And again, it's gone in the air. This time one bounce into the crowd, who are delirious at the moment. 18 runs coming off that over. 98 for no wicket.
Sehwag's on fire at the moment, so it's important Ganguly compliments him by picking up the 1s and 2s. Well, he's going for the big one. He should clear mid-on. And he'll get a couple. I think both these players have decided that they're going to have a go in the first 15 overs. That's 4 more. The line not good. And Sehwag seems to be in cracking form at the moment. He's raced away to 59 in just 40 balls.
Well, it's just not good bowling as well. It's both sides of the wicket. And you've got the fine leg up. You cannot bowl there. You can't blame Merv Dillon. Not trying to stop that, Cameron Cuffey, I'm afraid. No wonder you're disappointed and frustrated.
Bad line. Another boundary. Leg by signal.
It's turning out to be a good little contest between the 2 batting sides, because both sides have got talent to burn with the batting, but it's the bowling department of India and the West Indies
Good clean hitting this. Again, over pitching and Ganguly hitting through the line.
simply sweet. Minimum of fuss and just a little pick up and a swing of the wrists through the line of the ball. Exactly where he wanted to go. Just back over the bowler's head. Little chip shot, almost like a little sandwich. No follow through, just a little chip out of the bunker. Had a few of those this tour, I can tell you, Ralph.
Well, he's moved on to 47 of just 49 balls, so he's doing a very good job here with Sehwag. That's nicely picked away on the onside. Kafi will be very disappointed. 125 for no loss. 176 required. The required run rate now well under control when you consider you've got 6 wickets in hand. Nagamutu now being introduced into the attack. This could be a very crucial spell. West Indies have to come back. They need to take wickets. And Jacobs will have to take the gamble of looking to try and attack with Nagamutu, try and take some wickets. The Indians will come after him, there's no doubt about that, him being the spinner.
Well, for me, he was the most impressive bowler at Nagpur. Nagamutu took a couple of wickets from memory. He bowled some good variations, and the change of pace was the key. 2 for 49 from his 10.
That's the start important. He starts off with a no ball.
And to rub salt in the wound, he's not happy. Really, Jacobs acting captain today with Hooper not here. It allows Ganguly to get 50. Goes to 51. Really, there was only a single there. But Cameron Cuffey, he had to come a long way in from the fence. A very good 51 not out. It's been off just 52 balls with those 7 boundaries.
Again a misfield. So the pressure beginning to show on the West Indies now.
Leonard.
It's well bowled. It's a quick leg break. Close to 100 kilometers per hour. You normally don't expect the ball to turn at that speed. It's just held up a bit.
Nice cricket. Nice and simple. The old KISS theory. Keep it short and simple. Run rate of 7.8.
Again, good running. 2 runs comfortably taken. India don't have to take the risks at this stage, so really playing it just right. Running the first run hard, always on the lookout for the second. And once again, a boundary of the last ball. It's all about concentration. 138 for no loss.
Fine, nice.
That's gone. That's another boundary.
Now what do you do about that? I thought that was a perfect delivery. On the stumps, on a length, but bang, away she goes. Just making a little bit of room for himself to open those shoulders. He's very good in his follow through of the bat on the offside, over mid-off, 4 runs.
Melvin Dillon should cut that off. doing this very easy at the moment, India. I think we saw the West Indies when they batted second in the first 2 games, coasting towards the targets as well. Hasn't been hard chasing runs on these pitches. That's gone wide. That's my boundary.
Stuffy's got problems. There's really not much margin for error on wickets such as these. He's going for runs on both sides of the wickets. Now there's room outside the off stump. A squarish kind of a drive played. And with this lightning outfield, that face says it all. In the air for a while, but 4 all the way.
All it takes is just a fraction off line or off length, and you get punished on this surface.
I thought he delayed his shot deliberately, tried to play it late, getting that gap between the short third man and the backward point.
Another no ball. So many no balls already bowled.
Finely played, very delicately done, tucked round the corner. Satisfied with 2.
That's 4 more. I think they have reduced India's overs to 40. That's why they are going that quickly.
That is quite deliberately and beautifully done. Waited on it, judged it very quickly. There was room, there was pace on the delivery. Just had to get the placement right. That's what he did. Sliced it late, and again found the gap between those two. Now that's not an easy shot to play. You invariably try to get that gap, and you end up playing it into either one or the other's hands. But that's the second time running that he's plugged that gap right through the center.
164 without loss. .167 without loss. India marching along. And that's gone in the air but into the gap as well. And it's over the ropes.
I think this epitomizes both the performances of the bowling and the batting. There is no consistency in the bowling. That's a full toss on the leg stump. He was hit for a couple of boundaries through that offside earlier. And a friendly full toss to begin the over on the leg stump. I think that's what Michael was referring to, that you've got to be at least disciplined in line and length if you're not getting too much assistance from the conditions. But none of the bowlers so far on display have managed to do that.
Well, I think they'll be asking for this. No, he isn't asking at all. Umpire Ashoka De Silva. He's convinced that Virender Sehwag didn't drag that back leg, or if he did, he got it back very quickly.
He did drag it. Was he back in? A near thing, Michael.
And there it is. Record broken. It's a bit more than a single as well. It's 4.
He's just toying with the bowling now. What an innings this has been. Total domination. It started with a little thought behind it. Now he's reached the peak of his confidence. Just look at that shot, just helping it along its way. He had decided early on that he's going to do that, and succeeding. 98 of just 73, a strike rate of 134.2.
That's the direction in which the fielders needed to be in if they were going to prevent that single. A well-played century for Virender Sehwag. That should have taken a bit of weight off his shoulders. His third 100 in this form of the game.
And what a 100 it has been. Chasing 300, he's got that 100 in just 75 deliveries. His third 100 of his career. Must be very satisfying, because when he came in, came in a little bit of a doubt whether he'll be able to handle the rising ball, what he'll do, hook or let it go or fend it off. But 100 to his name now. And the singles roll on. It's 184 without loss.
Didn't quite time it, but it's still a boundary.
Great batting conditions coupled with ordinary bowling could really spell problems for a captain. What does Ridley Jacobs do? A rank long hop.
That's 4 more. We're just talking about the indiscipline, Arun. Leg side, offside, the runs are coming all over the place.
And Sehwag is particularly good at this shot, bisecting that gap once again. There's a lot of room and there is pace on these deliveries. Nagamutu is not a slow bowler. Doesn't flight the ball. Gives a lot of pace to work with. And Sehwag is accepting with glee at the moment.
Match referee Mike Proctor has left his box again. Not too sure why he's down on the ground. Didn't seem as if there was any problem anywhere. There shouldn't be any problems with India going so well. And Hines apparently signaled to the umpire that something was happening down by the fence. Now walking these singles. 195 without loss.
In the air and straight to the fielder. Well, not straight. That would be a terrible injustice to say that. It was to his right, and Chanderpaul has picked up another brilliant catch in the series.
Really was. We disappointed Saurav Ganguly not to carry on. And look at the catch. It was always going away from Chanderpaul. He almost left the ground when it hit his hands, definitely. And he just held on to it. Fingertip job. Nevertheless, he held on. Ganguly is gone for 72. 196 for 1.
So West Indies have managed to break the opening partnership, which brings VVS Lakshman onto the crease. 99 in the last game. Missed out on his second 100 in one-day international cricket. But he's come in at number 3, which is good to see. Basper Drakes. Welcome, VVS Lakshman. Another pleasant day in this one-day series. Cool breeze still blowing across the ground. It's gone up more than the distance. He's got the height here, but still it manages to go over the boundary ropes. Ashoka De Silva just trying to confirm it with the TV umpire whether it bounced inside or outside the rope.
Well, even though Saurav Ganguly's wicket fell in the last over, Virender Sehwag is not going to inhibit himself by any means, and that is a tight one. The players have indicated that it's 4. The West Indian fielders near the boundary.
Well, Bish, we have another problem. This is the first one. If it landed on the rope, then it's 6. If it lands inside, then it's a boundary. But that's out of the way now. It has been signaled a boundary, but one of the fielders in the deep there who went for the ball again has been hit. And I think that fielder just came limping back into the ground. So Mike Proctor leaves the commentary box yet again.
He's had to come out on the field for the last 3 games in succession, and I just think it's unbelievable that it's allowed to happen with so many policemen, security guards around the ground.
Well, as you can see, the players walking off, and we have another interruption because of, well, crowd disturbance. Missile thrown on the field. Still good spirit on the field with the players.
Well, with the sight of the players leaving the field, that, in essence, was the end of the Indian innings after 27 overs and 1 delivery. From the masterful blade of Virender Sehwag, and just that 1 wicket, Vasbert Drakes taking that wicket. Runs with Sehwag.
Well done, Virender. क्या बात है? लंच के लिए क्या खाया आपने?
Just दाल चावल खाए थे.
दाल चावल के बाद इतना?
वेजिटेरियन हूँ तो नेचुरल ताकत है, दूध बहुत पीता हूँ तो इसलिए सब ताकत दूध से आती है.
Achha, what was your game plan when you went out? Because the score was 300 plus. It was a daunting task. Any target over 6 runs per over from the outset isn't easy. What did you and Saurav decide?
Yeah, we know wicket was very good, and just we think we play down the ground and just wicket in hands, and we win easily.
Now, you mentioned the wicket was good, but you took your time in the first 5 overs to get your eye and get used to the pace of the wicket. The fact that you missed out in the earlier 2 games, did that contribute?
Yeah, I know wicket was very good, so I think I take a time in the wicket and just I play my shot after 5-6 overs, and I know after 3 fast bowlers, the bowler was not good and just wicket was good, and I play my shot after 5-6 overs.
You must be disappointed that the game was called off because you look good to get a 150, 160.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, you should be. And well played today, and good luck for the rest of the season.